Indonesia is a great Islamic country, and we had a visit to Indonesia, our delegation. We have contacts with Indonesia here in the political office and also in Kabul. We have a relation with China. China is a great neighboring country of Afghanistan, and we will come be a role in rebuilding of Afghanistan.
Mullah, there's one interesting phenomenon in Indonesia in regards to the Taliban. Usually, your term Taliban is being sort of politicized. For example, the Corruption Eradication Commission, or even to silence critics. What is your take on this? Okay, let me ask you first by this question. How do the Taliban view its relationship with Indonesia? President Jokowi visited Kabul in 2018, and former Vice President Yusuf Kala has hosted talks among Afghan leaders, including visits from Taliban's leaders, such as Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar. What does Indonesia mean to the Taliban and Afghanistan?
Indonesia is a great Islamic country, and we had a visit to Indonesia, our delegation from the political office on different occasions. We had a meeting with the Vice President of Indonesia and other high-ranking officials, and they also played a role in the peace and reconciliation of Afghanistan. We want to have a good relation with this great Islamic country and hope they participate in reconstruction and rebuilding of Afghanistan.
After Taliban have taken control over Kabul, did your representative immediately start a diplomacy with the authorities in Muslim countries? For instance, with our country, have you ever conducted any communication with the Indonesian ambassador in Kabul or Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Jakarta?
Yes, we have contacts with Indonesia here in the political office and also in Kabul. So the communication has been continuing for a long time.
What is their response?
The response is very positive. As I said earlier, Indonesia offered to play a role in peace and reconciliation of Afghanistan, and they played their role and offered their services in this negotiation process. So they were always there and very positive.
How is Indonesia's position in the peacekeeping effort in Afghanistan right now? In your perspective, what do you expect from the government and the people of Indonesia in dealing with the political turmoil in Afghanistan?
I think now our forces in Kabul, they are maintaining security, the security is maintained, and deliberation is continuing with other Afghan leaders and personalities. So there will be a need for the Indonesia to play their role in our country's peace building. By that I mean to cooperate with us in many fields, reconstruction, infrastructure building, and education sector, in other fields. That by that they can create jobs for our people and help eradicate poverty that we are facing in Afghanistan right now, and also play their role in building peace in the country.
How is Indonesia's role in changing the paradigm of the Taliban's face in the world?
Yes, they can play a great role. I think it is our first interview. While it should have been many interviews right now, I'm already on shows with international media, as you may have seen, all around the world. So still, I think that it is late because we are expecting, we have high expectation from Indonesia as a brother Islamic country, as a great Islamic country. So we hope they live up of the expectation we have from them. They live up.
Okay. Do the Taliban have a foreign agenda beyond the Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan, particularly with Muslim majority countries like Indonesia?
No, we do not have any foreign agenda. That is our difference from others. We had the only agenda of liberating our country from occupation. That was and is our right to have an independent country, and have our independence. But after that, we are focusing on rebuilding our country, on creating well-being and a comfortable life for our people, on creating jobs, on making our country developed. So that is our focus. We do not have a foreign agenda, and at the same time, we do not allow anyone else to use the soil of Afghanistan against other countries.
One of the major issues that people are talking about is on whether Afghanistan would be a safe haven for rebel organizations or as a training ground for Islamic militants with transnational ambition to operate overseas, such as Al-Qaeda and Jamaah Islamiyah. What is your take on this?
Yes, for that, our policy is clear, and that is on the basis of the Doha Agreement. We will not allow any group, any entity, individual who is intending or which is intending to use our soil against other countries, including the United States and its allies and other Muslim or non-Muslim countries. Because first, it is our commitment. Secondly, we consider this in our national interest in order to focus on reconstruction of Afghanistan. Should not allow anyone on our side to use our side as a haven against other countries.
Okay. Mullah, Western analysts always accuse that the Taliban, as the new Afghan regime, will embolden domestic terrorist groups in different countries. They will draw strength and inspiration and increase their violent activities in their own respective countries. In Indonesia, ISIS and Jamaah Islamiyah will be the ones who got triggered. In your perspective, how would the Taliban get rid of that typical allegation?
No, that is their allegation. We are facing a lot of this allegation. And that is their fake propaganda allegation in order to provoke people against us, in order to mislead the opinion of the world against us. What we want is a brotherhood with the Islamic countries, close relation with the Islamic countries, and also cooperation with the Islamic countries. All relations that are based on mutual respect and on mutual interest. So, and also at the same time, we want peace and stability in Islamic countries. And we will work with them that all Islamic countries have good relation and peace at their countries.
How would the Taliban take away that allegations, as you said, baseless allegations? What kind of steps or actions that you would do to get rid of that?
I think by having a good relation with the Islamic countries, and secondly, by having cooperation in many sectors, and that we have, for example, in education, and reconstruction of Afghanistan, and their investment in Afghanistan, and exchange of delegation with each other country, it will reduce or wipe out the suspicion, misunderstanding, and on the other hand, it will be contribute to stability of each other, of one another country, to Afghanistan and other Muslim countries.
How effective Taliban's Political diplomacy with China and Russia to influence your relation with Muslim countries? We know that China has been a very important investor in Southeast Asia countries such as Malaysia and Indonesia. Will you also carry out that indirect approach strategy?
We have a relation with China. China is a great neighboring country of Afghanistan, and we will come be a role in rebuilding of Afghanistan. And also we have a good relation with Russia, not now, but in the past many years, we had many visits to Moscow, and conferences of Afghan were held there, and they facilitated those in order to bring about peace and stability in Afghanistan. So that we appreciate, and they can have their role in Afghanistan. But our relation with China and Russia do not negate that our relation with other Muslim countries. Rather, it will boost our relation with other Muslim countries, because our country need the help and assistance of all countries, whether they are Muslim countries or non-Muslim countries.
I see. But that strategy, you would proceed to use that kind of indirect approach?
Oh, we have a direct approach to all countries. We have direct cooperation, as I said. We had a visit to China, Beijing, and to Moscow, and many occasions also to Indonesia. So we have regular meetings with their ambassadors and their officials. So we have a direct approach with them, and we will come there in their contribution in a new Afghanistan that our people need their assistance.
Okay. Mullah, there's one interesting phenomenon in Indonesia in regards to the Taliban. Usually, your term Taliban is being sort of politicized. For example, the Corruption Eradication Commission, or even to silence critics. What is your take on this?
I don't know. It is your internal politics, because I don't have details. If I have details, what is going on there, then I can pass my view about that, and I can express my view about that. Until I know fully what is it, I can't have my comment about that. But in future, what I have for regular meeting to your beautiful country, then I will know more about that, and I will clearly answer your